What is up, bros and brodettes with art? Okay, so I'm continuing the Spider-Man video, where I was talking about, like, my own ideas for, like, a Spider-Man show, like, animated show. So, let's get right into it. So, I think last time I talked about, the shows, like, so the Sinister Six was Bean. By the end of that, he would get the symbiote. Episode 1, Season 2, he has that symbiote. He has it. It's on him. He goes to fight Hammerhead after learning from Shocker and Beetle that he's, like, the guy that runs them. And he'll be Hammerhead. There's Hammerhead. After that, Hammerhead reveals the names of other people. Count Nefaria, Silvermane, and Kingpin. Peter then starts going after the Kingpin. Now, episode 2, Beware, has Grizzly. And he's, probably, a D-list villain. But basically, he'd just be a thug that works for the Kingpin, probably just Kingpin, and is given tech, probably via the Tinkerer, to take down the Spider-Man, and fails, because now he has the symbiote. Episode 3 is Enforce This. Think of the Enforcers. So here's Montana, who, an homage to him being the Shocker and Spectacular Spider-Man, I kind of gave him that design for, like, his clothes, but just made him kind of look like Montana from the comics. Here's Fancy Dan. Just kind of made him a mashup of a bunch of different versions of him. Same with Ox. They all just kind of look like a bunch of, like, flat versions of each other. Now, episode 4. Come back. Spider-Man has to fight Boomerang, who Kingpin sends after him as well. As it does big build up to him fighting the Kingpin. I like my design for Boomerang. Next, he just fights Speed Demon, who's just stealing from banks and stuff, so it wouldn't be like a thing that's wouldn't be like an overarching thing, except for it does connect Season 3, which will have the Syndicate. Now we have, so that's episode 5, this is episode 6 and 7. Crimes of the Kingpin. You got Tombstone, who he'd fight in part 1. And part 2, he fights the Kingpin and beats him. And Kingpin tells him that because of this, there's going to be a big power vacuum that's going to happen because of him getting removed from everything. People are going to try to take over, which you see when the Goblin comes back. But after that, 7, so this would be 8, Kraven. I like my design of Kraven. He looks Kraven-y. After Kraven, you got episode 9, Sandman. I named it something else, not Sandman. A Day at the Beach. And Kraven's episode is Prey and Predator. But it is a version of Sandman. He would probably be similar to Spectacular Spider-Man, where slowly he becomes a good guy. Because in that show, he just wanted money. He never wanted to hurt people. I liked that, because I like him being a villain. That's fun. But him being a hero from the start of everything's not interesting. It gives the character a much better story when he fights Spider-Man a bunch and then, like, people almost die because of him, and he's like, I won't kill people, except for, like, maybe you, because I hate you, but by the end he was good. I wish we got more of that show, but didn't get a third season. Sad. after that, we get Venom, which would be Venom's Wrath. Episode 10. And yeah, he fights Venom. Now that it's Eddie Brock, who by the end of A Day at the Beach, you see him, like, or looking at Spider-Man. So, yeah. And then, episode 12, Man-Wolf. So, this would be another Kraven episode. It's Rise of the Man-Wolf. Kraven comes back, hunting Man-Wolf. Now that he's out, Spider-Man thinks he's bad. Tries to, like, attack him. But by the end, they team up and beat Kraven again. And then you would have episode, this is 12, so before 12 you actually have episode 11, Going Green, where Goblin comes back, they fight, Goblin learns Peter's identity. In Rise of the Man-Wolf, Spider-Man will actually, like, ask Kraven, like, how do you know my why did you come to New York? Like, why did you come after me in episode 8? Kraven's like, well, I was hired. Hired by who? The Green Goblin. And then it's like, hey, Norman, or like maybe Spider-Man's like, where did you guys meet? He's like, Oscorp. So then Spider-Man's like, Norman Osborn, duh, or something along those lines. And then episode 13, this one season gets an episode 13. Episode 13 end. Spider-Man battles the Green Goblin for the last time, where basically also through season 1 and season 2 he'd be dating Gwen, so she would be killed off. Now it'd be a kid's show, so it couldn't be graphic, so yeah. But then, similar to the ending of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Goblin dies. Actually, like, glider to the stomach. Because that is what happened in the Death of Gwen Stacy comic. I just named it End because Death of Gwen Stacy kind of sad. But, yeah, that'd be what happens. Season 2. I really like the beginning half where it's all this like crime war or like crime stuff. Like normal like crimes, like thugs who then get cool superhero costumes. And like getting sent to kill Spider-Man like in 2017 Spider-Man and in 2020 where Dr. Octopus had a hit out on Peter. And the storyline was like 4 episodes and it was bring on the bad guys. I think that's actually in the comics, I don't know. But I enjoyed that in that Spider-Man show, and it's kind of what I was thinking of. Bringing all the Syndicate characters in so they could basically come back and fight them. Now this version of the Syndicate would probably be Shocker, Boomerang, Speed Demon, Beetle, maybe Rhino, maybe Hydro Man, because they are actually in the, the actual team. But, I'm going to keep continuing drawing season 3. Which I'm only on episode 3. So, I'm going to get back to that. You guys enjoy your day, and I'll hopefully have a video of season 3 up tonight, tomorrow. What is your favorite design of this season? I hope you liked any of them. Yeah, so peace out to the arty party.